What it is, what it do is getting back in the booth, of course, with the Sim Standard, of course. Yo, check out this video. NCAA 12 demo review. The good and then the bad. No particular order. Okay, let's first start with the good. Finally, emphasis on the finally. EA has taken out the warping and the suction. We don't really need to thank them more, but let's talk about the suction. Suction was created from the overpowering of tethering or lack of animation. Basically, this is a type of threshold. These thresholds in a game is kind of like magnets used to connect animations or to give advantages or disadvantages to the CPU and or human players in any game. So these thresholds have been reduced greatly. Enough said about that. I think we all acknowledged EA enough for that. They deserve no thanks anymore until EA creates a football game that captures the feel and essence of football. Some can't understand what the essence of football means, but a future video is on the way. Trust me. The graphics. When paused, this game looks great 100% of the time. When paused, the textures are second to none in any sports title. Textures, if you did not know, are the skins, maps, grass that cover the polygon models in any game. Even the 3D grass is a type of texture technique. Tackles are pretty good this time around. Now we have a ton of consecutive hit tackles. It's almost a rare thing to see tumbleweed tackling. Yes, it still happens, but has been toned down to a great degree. Music. The music in NCAA games are always great. You almost think that EA recorded a live band when you are playing their college football games. Zone coverage seems to be improved, but need replay to really examine it. Finally, the D lineman will get at the QB. Finally, QBs need to be in the pocket to make a good throw and not to be consistently harassed by D linemen. Also, it seems that QBs will throw the ball inaccurate when running and in some deep ball situations. Speed and defensive men ratings seem to mean more in this game. Again, with the suction, it seems you could get away from DBs with more speed and defensive linemen. They really do rule this game for right now. Alright, so that was my good. Now on to the bad. The number one bad thing of NCAA or maybe EA football games is that the feel, the essence of football is still missing. I pick up the sticks and I don't feel like I'm running on the field. This game is so smooth. Matter of fact, this game is too smooth. When thinking of smooth when running in sports games, I automatically think of ice skating. Just a coincidence, yes. But the sense of running is so smooth, I feel like I'm skating around on ice instead of planting my feet and moving around with each step on the grass or turf on the field. The illusion of running is not strong. There is no chaos on the field. Everything is so cute, tight, rigid, controlled, non-dynamic, and or lifeless even. I think the problem is that it's not enough new, different, and dynamic animations happening on the screen at once. When I was playing, I kind of felt like I was just going through the motions instead of playing the differences between NCAA 11 and this new title. Running animations are still horrible. Still, yes, really. It's hard for me to fathom that EA still can't produce a realistic running football game, I'm sorry. I mean, have you seen FIFA 12's running? Give me FIFA 12 running in all EA football games and I would just be satisfied. We still have sliding, bad shifting in weight and momentum, sharp cuts running at full speed, backpedaling just as fast as someone running forward, hummingbird movements, and I think I saw some jetpacking by the defense and offense. The O-line and D-line is just about the same as last year's in terms of interactions. Yes, the D linemen will get at the quarterback, but the ways they do get at him is largely the same. Blocking is too soft and pretty, instead of being gritty, grimy, chaotic, fierce, visceral. None of these synonyms describe EA O-line, D-line interactions. It just seems that there is never a struggle or unstoppable force of will while being blocked. Still, we have that I gotcha, okay, I'll let you go type of animations on the offensive line. Football fundamentals are still not being represented correctly. The sounds, yes, the sounds, not the music, is consistent or existent at times. I'm talking about football sounds, grunts, smacks, chatter. A lot more chatter is needed. Seems to be toned down a bit from last year's game. NCAA 11 was booming with sound. That kind of change, and the crowd seems to be on tilt as well. They're not consistent. Yes, we got consecutive hit tackles, but what happened to double hit tackles? Why don't we have triple hit tackles by now? Double hit tackles are just gone. Just about. Really, I haven't seen any of them yet. Momentum still means nothing due to the lack of dynamic animation. Players could be running full steam ahead and just come to a sudden stop, or they just get held up. It's just like they got hit by a brick wall when they're just being blocked or held up. It's unknown if strategy means much. In all EA football games, on kickoffs, the blockers ahead of me follow me instead of I follow my blockers. Still a problem. Overall, this game is playable, but what does that mean? Or is that enough? The game itself is good, but what about the sport EA is trying to simulate? Does this demo game simulate football? Not the NCAA, but football. That's the question we all have to ask ourselves if we want to purchase this game. When a franchise releases a new game at an annual rate, we should not be looking forward for next year's game already. I did think EA was going in the right direction, but maybe my thinking was wrong. Why? Well, to me, there's only two major upgrades to NCAA 12: consecutive hit tackles and the thresholds. Yes, there are many improvements, but they're not major. There is nothing as soon as you start the demo you instantly notice outside of the tackling and the reduced thresholds. Suction, basically. Yes, the suction thresholds do make a big difference, but it does not take a lot of time to change. How many man hours do you think it took EA to change these thresholds? What improvements did EA make to NCAA that can't be done in any game? Meaning, what major football changes do we have in this year's game? Football. The game is playable, but what about the football side of it? I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Gedden. This is my reflections, my outlook, my review on the NCAA demo. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, and this is mine mixed in with a lot of facts. Peace out. I'm done.